We have a function g that takes a number, multiplies it by 6, and then subtracts 4. We want to find the inverse function that will undo all that stuff. Basically do the opposite stuff in the opposite order. So what I'm going to do is recognize that the input's x, the output's normally y, called y, and we're going to switch x and y to get x equals 6y minus 4, and we're going to take some time to isolate this y. And if we ever feel confused or lost or not sure, we're going to rely on our old friend PEMDAS, but we're solving so PEMDAS in reverse to try to get this guy to be all by himself. So I'm going to start by asking myself, is there anything on this side of the equation that needs to be either added or subtracted? I can see they subtracted 4, so I will add 4 to both sides. These will cancel. The left side becomes x plus 4. That equals 6y. Check. I'm going to move up. Is there anything on this side that needs to be multiplied or divided? I can see a 6, and I'm going to divide this side by 6, and this entire side gets divided by 6. Everything gets divided by 6. So this is usually the best way to write that. These will cancel, leaving us with y equals x plus 4 all over 6. Now the last step is just to communicate the idea that this expression is supposed to undo what this expression did. This guy was called g, so I'm going to call this guy the inverse of g. I'm going to use the same letter with that -1 that's in the same spot where we put an exponent, but that is not an exponent. That just means that this is the inverse of g. And my last thing I want to do is just do my very fast mental check, which I do slowly on the video so you can work ahead of me, hopefully. I pick a random number, 3. I'm going to throw 3 into g. So whatever I throw into g, it's 6 times that thing, so 6 times 3, 18. I'll then subtract the 4. 18 subtract 4 is 14. So if I did this correctly, what should happen is when I take that 14 and throw it into the inverse, I should get 3 back again. So let's see, if I throw 14 into here, it takes what I gave it and adds 4. So 14 plus 4. 14 plus 4 is 18. 18 divided by 6 is 3. So it's not 100% of proof that I definitely did it correctly, but it's a strong indication that I did, because g turned 3 into 14, my answer turned 14 back into 3. Pretty sure I didn't make any careless mistakes. So good luck with this, and kind of as you're doing stuff, remind yourself why you're doing it. Remind yourself that this is the process for finding an inverse, and to find the inverse we want to have y's turn back into x's, so we switch y's and x's, and then of course always keep this guy in mind so that when you get lost you can use that as your little searchlight or whatever. Good luck.